Vipers Voices at the end of the first qualifier of this DP World ILT 20. It was the Vipers against the Dubai Capitals, and it was probably the match of the tournament, but that's no consolation to the Vipers because it's victory for the Capitals off the very last ball by 5 wickets. The Vipers getting 189 and the Capitals knocking them off with, as I say, no balls at all to spare and a thrilling finish. I've got James Foster, the head coach of the Desert Vipers, alongside me. Thanks so much for being with us, James, because, well, it's a sickener, isn't it? That's 3 times in 2 seasons now the Capitals have beaten the Vipers off the very last ball. Doesn't get any better, does it?
Oh, look, it's. Look. First of all, I thought I'd just say it was a really, really good game of cricket. 2 good teams going at it hard, and unfortunately we were just pipped there at the end. I thought we showed a lot of fight. I thought we showed a lot of skill today with bat and with the ball in hand. Look, I reckon with a little bit of Jude today, obviously in that second half, did sort of skip on that a little bit more. That you probably say maybe got the better of the conditions, but as I said at the start, like 2 good teams going at it. 2 very well balanced teams. We gave it everything I had, but it wasn't to be today.
James, you mentioned there that it skipped on a little bit, the ball, with a little bit of dew in the second half of the game. Was the toss that significant, do you think? Because, of course, the Capitals won it and asked the Vipers to bat first.
Yeah, look, we would have done the same. We would have chased. You never know if the dew's going to come in, and often this tournament it hasn't. Did a little bit, and I'll probably say got a little bit quicker in the outfield as well as a result. But look, as I just said a moment ago, it was a really good game. Obviously, you want to be on the other end of it. That's a very obvious thing for me to say. But we fought hard. Very proud of how we fought. And now for us, we're just about to dust ourselves down. Busy schedule now. Day off tomorrow. Travel to Sharjah for the Eliminator, I think it's called. And we'll be ready. We'll be giving everything that we need to do to give ourselves the best chance to win that game.
189 for 7, and that was off the back of a fantastic partnership for the second wicket between Alex Hales and Max Holden. The pair added 98 in 9 overs. Alex Hales back at his imperious best, really, 67 from 32 balls. Max Holden 36 from 26. 100 for 1 after 9 overs. Could it have been a different story? Should it have been over 200, do you think?
Oh, look, it could have been, but I do think Halsey played a pretty exceptional innings there. If you look at the 2 power plays, we were significantly further ahead than them, and I think that's a huge part of that is down to the way Alex played. That was some incredible ball striking. The shapes he was getting into, the positions he was getting into was a stunning effort. But ultimately that score, I was still very happy with that score. You could have said maybe got a few more, but credit to them. I thought they bowled very well. I thought Case was very clever with the way he bowled his spin. Obviously very economical, but he didn't make it easy. He didn't give any freebies or anything like that. So they pegged us back a little bit, and they've got a very good bowling attack and a lot of options, a lot of spin options, and they're a very good side. But we 100% would have taken that score at the start of the day, and we were right in there all the way along.
Yes, Alex Hales and Max Holden, they fell in successive overs. It went from 100 for 1 to 107 for 3. Then there was a rebuild between Sam Curran and Dan Lawrence, their partnership, 43 in 6 overs. Both of them made sure they had a look, didn't they? They didn't go gung-ho from the outset, and that was probably the right approach, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. We had to rebuild a little bit. 2 very good players at the crease, and we're fully aware that if they build that partnership, they extend that partnership as long as they possibly can, and then put the foot down, then it's going to give us a very good chance. Still happy with that score. As I said, I thought they bowled very well. Their changes of pace, it was very difficult to hit. Pace off was tough, but we were aware of that, we knew that was going to be the way. But and also when we were able to get our slowies right, it was difficult to hit. But if you noticed with the Dewey, with it just skipping on that little bit more at times, it was just slid onto the bat, which made it a touch easier. But I thought we showed a lot of fight, a lot of skill with the ball. Really proud of our unit. They played well. Gulbadine played exceptionally well. Look, the reality is we had some chances to win the game. A few catches went down, but that happens. It always happens in this game. Unfortunately, you're never going to go through a tournament where you take every single opportunity. But in essence, proud of the effort. We regroup. We have a little debrief now. It's about getting the rest because it's a quick turnaround for that next game.
Sam Billings, 38 from 16 balls. Was that the real turning point of the game, do you think, overs 12 and 13, where he went after Mohamed Amir and Wanindu Hasaranga, 36 in those 2 overs? Was that the point in which the pendulum just swung to the Capitals?
Yeah, you could say that. He batted very well today. He really did. Those 2 overs, he came hard. Look, he's got lots of options. We know that he's a former Viper, and we've seen his game grow over the years. Experienced campaigner. We know what he offers with his spin play, and he was too good. He was incredibly skillful today, and that was a very good innings.
Gulbadine, he got 78 not out and 55 not out in the group stages, another half century today. Was there anything you could have done, do you think, to prevent him once again playing such a pivotal role in the match?
I thought we threw everything at him, really did. I would say luck wasn't on our side today throughout the whole of that bowling performance. Yes, we had a few chances that we didn't take, but a lot of edges going over keepers, inside edges, edges over our short third men. With the swing of the blade going to the leg side, and it goes on over the offside. So at times, I would say the luck wasn't on our side today, but no excuses. They were too good today, and as I've said just a moment ago, it's about dusting ourselves down, regrouping, full value out of our day off tomorrow, rest, recoup, and then look forward to the long journey to Sharjah and potentially another very good, exciting game.
Did you always believe at the back end of that innings it was 60 off 6, 52 off 5, 44 off 4, 31 off 3, 22 off 2, and then 12 off the last over? Did you always see the Vipers winning that game?
Look, I was confident, but in this game you can't. There's no point assuming anything. They've got world-class players on their side, dangerous players. It was always neck and neck, and just a moment of brilliance here or there just changes it. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be for us.
So doing it the hard way now, as you say, after a day off, playing on Friday, and hopefully from a Vipers perspective, playing on Sunday as well. It's a tough ask, and we saw Lockie Ferguson coming off at the end there with what seems to be a hamstring injury. What news do you have?
No news at the moment, if I'm being honest, Mergers. Obviously, it will be then down to Nerm to assess to see where his lock is at. Obviously, it doesn't look great if you're coming off injured. If you're unable to bowl the rest of that over. But Nerm will work his magic as he always does. He'll assess. We've got some of the best medical scientists, if that's the right word, but physio, S&C, masseuses. We've got a really good team behind the scenes, so we'll be working hard on Lockie tonight, that's for sure.
Huge frustration then for the Vipers with the victory for the Capitals in this first qualifier. It's the Capitals who go forward to Sunday's final, and the Vipers now have to go to Sharjah on Friday to play the winners of MI Emirates and the Sharjah Warriors, and the winners of that game on Friday in Sharjah will go forward to the final to face the Capitals. We, of course, will stay with you here on Vipers Voices to make sure that you have all the reaction from the Vipers camp as this tournament reaches a thrilling conclusion. Thanks so much for being with us this time.